Hello, so my name is Ashley, last name Molina. Why did I decide to become a nurse? I decided to become a nurse because I was a PSW for about 4 years, so I really love the healthcare sector. I love that field, but obviously as a PSW, it's a lot of work on your back, a lot of pain. So I decided, I wanted to have a less physically demanding job, and I wanted to learn more about anatomy and physiology, and I wanted better pay. So that's why I became a nurse. What drew you to nursing? Life events, situations, persons who may have been an influence. So my mom was an RN for 30 years. She worked in the hemodialysis clinic at the Riverside campus in Ottawa. And my dad's a sonographer who also owns his own business now. He has his own ultrasound clinic / Botox clinic. So having parents in the medical field that were so successful pushed me to be just as ambitious. What is it that you really enjoy about nursing? So I love meeting new people. I love having that one-on-one patient care. I love to learn about their life stories because, life stories, everyone has one, and we all have events that shape us into the people that we become. So that's great. What is it that you find most challenging about nursing? Honestly, I find it very difficult sometimes to maintain a positive attitude in nursing because you're surrounded by sick people, you're surrounded by nurses who are burned out. That can be challenging. I also find it challenging to be assertive. Having that line between not being aggressive but not being a pushover, but having your needs met and really saying what you mean without being a people pleaser. So that's something that takes practice. That's something that I'm still learning, and hopefully one day we'll master. What are you able to offer as a nurse to your clients in the profession? So I have a very positive outlook on life most days. I try to bring, upbeat energy, compassion. When you walk into a long-term care facility, you find out very quickly that, it's very hard to feel sorry for yourself when you look around and you see, how the residents are with their diagnosis, their prognosis. So just being compassionate, really. Non-judgmental. What image do you have of nursing or of a nurse today? So when I think of a nurse today, I think of like a warrior. I think of someone who, has been through COVID, who has gone through that. Warriors have armor. We could say PPE is armor. You have to wear that out. You have to gown up. And really, as a nurse, you're always putting everyone else's needs before your own. In a typical shift, you're doing it all. So that's, how I see nurses. They're warriors. They're in that battlefield, just doing their best. Is nursing a science or an art or both? I'm gonna say it's both. It's both because obviously you need science. You need to know those certain techniques. You need to learn anatomy and physiology. That's a science. ABGs. You need to learn so much about the human body, and obviously that's a science. But the art part. So I believe emotion is an expressed form of art. I believe that being compassionate, kind, warm, those are key values that you need to have as a nurse. If you're someone that's closed off, someone that's mean-hearted or impatient, someone who's not fluid, someone that can't go with the flow and adapt to situations that change quickly, you're going to have a hard time as a nurse. So definitely being emotional and having that those empathetic traits, having that emotional intelligence, that is an art form. So you need to have both to really be a nurse, successful nurse. Explanation of a physical representation. So, this is my cup. It says future nurse on it. Hopefully I'll make a great nurse one day. You can't see it, but my cup is half full. And, you know, in life, you know, it's so easy to think of your cup as being half empty. You always think of, you know, the grass being greener on the other side. So, you know, just in life in general, you need to always have that positive outlook, you know, that, you know, things are going to get better, that, you know, I'm good enough as I am. What I bring to the table is enough, you know, so having that positive outlook on life, that is my physical representation, nursing. Thank you.